Could you imagine working up to 40 hours a week, making your company millions of dollars, and receiving no payment at all? This is the common issue when it comes to Division I athletes every year. College athletes have multiple reasons for wanting to receive a payment of some sorts. They work as employees, sacrifice their education, and even deal with lifelong injuries by themselves. Many believe that scholarships are their payments, but it goes much deeper than that. Student athletes have some of the busiest schedules, sometimes even more than full-time jobs. While their employers earn billions annually off the athletes' hard work and dedication. The two law professors, Robert and Amy McCormick, at Michigan State University found that the National Collegiate Athletic Association holds Division I athletes as employees under the federal labor laws. Mr. McCormick, the attorney for the National Labor Relations Board under Jimmy Carter, felt that college students worked harder than most of the actual workers on the campus, and they needed to be compensated for their hard work and given full benefits like full-time employees. College athletes put in countless hours of practice, watching films, and working out to improve their skills. So much so that they do not have the extra time to be employed and earn money to pay for the things their scholarship does not cover. There are some college athletes that are not even on a scholarship, so they have to fund all of their expenses. Those individuals who disagree with paying college students say that they are earning their pay through scholarships. However, these scholarships do not pay for all of the college athletes' expenses. For instance, student athletes do not have the ability to visit their home and family during their off time in school, since the scholarships does not even pay for the expense. Not only does Division I athletes promote big NCAA tournaments, racking in millions of dollars, but they also bring a huge marketing side to the college's major athletes attend. When a team has a long tournament run and have a successful season, many students will attempt to attend the talented winning colleges. One prime example would be the Kentucky Wildcats. This college has a history of the past few years of being the best Division I athletes around for basketball. This improves their chances of recruiting more superstar freshmen for their college. But it also promotes their college, increasing the attendance of their college as a whole. When growing up as a child, many times your parents will have a favorite college team, and on some occasions they don't even attend that college. Some of this can be accounted to successful sports teams. This is translated into the child making them love that college and wanting to attend it. Another issue with not paying the college Division I athletes is the academic side of the issue. Division I athletes have a very hard time getting a true college education. Often the quality of education that student athletes receive is heavily watered down, cheapening the value of their scholarship. Most universities look for wins and points when it comes to a student athlete, rather than improving their education. Coaches would rather have the athletes spend their time practicing and working out, resulting in a weaker education. This makes their payment of education in college seem practically useless if they do not make it into their own professional sport. Colleges often make athletes miss entire classes, dampening their learning and forcing the student athletes to work even harder to maintain good grades. The academic life of a student athlete comes second to not only the students but also the university. The common nightmare for every student athlete is getting injured. Most scholarships dedicated to student athletes rely on the ability for the athletes to play. Once the athlete has an unfortunate event of an injury, they can be stripped of every single penny worth of the scholarship. This could be a major issue for most college athletes, since some share a deprived past where they usually cannot afford to further their education in college. This leaves the student athletes in a big tangled mess. These unfortunate student athletes who dedicate their entire life towards their sports feel like their life is ruined, all because they had one unfortunate injury. Likewise, they will be stuck with the cost of the injury, such as hospital bills, sometimes for the rest of their life. The least the university can do is give the college athletes a little bit of money, such as a stipend paid for the student athletes to have a backup plan in case they obtain a career-ending injury. However, I understand and agree that college players are considered amateur athletes, where they should not be paid millions of dollars. They do receive a payment in scholarship in the form of an education, yet they should receive a stipend pay of small amounts to get them through college without accumulating large amounts of debt. Since the scholarship does not cover all expenses, they also receive a less effective education, since they spend a larger majority of their time on the field or in the weight room. College athletes also have the constant worrisome of injury. If this risk is encountered, the university will likely drop the athlete and the scholarship they were awarding to the athlete. Student athletes put their body and mind on the line for their universities just to gain profits off their name and skills. Division I athletes deserve a small pay for their hard work that they put into the university. Thank you.